You all know who this fella is?
Hey, good morning, everyone.
This is Hank.
Yes.
You always see him at the mill there, helping us out. And I came out today. I'm probably not going to be any help, but I'm gonna show you what Hank does on the side.
Yes.
I call him the bee man.
Well, this is some of my hives here. I think I've got 14 here. I've been doing this for roughly, probably around 12, 13 years now. I find bees absolutely amazing. To me, they're one of the most smartest, intelligent creatures we have on this planet. The neat thing about them is that they always work together. It's a proven democracy where the bees will not make any changes until everyone there agrees with what's going on.
Yeah.
So
they're very important too. Pollination.
Absolutely.
I mean, without them, we wouldn't survive.
We would have a hard time. I think it's been written a couple different times, but I think we'd probably lose anywhere from 60 to 70% of the food that we eat.
That's incredible. That's
Yes.
incredible.
So that's why they're really important. And the other, not a strange thing, but the bees have never changed. They've been around for millions of years, and they do the same thing today that they did thousands of years ago. Same process. They don't change anything. We as human beings got to keep changing, and iPhones and all this kind of stuff. Bees collect nectar, bring it in, make honey, draw wax.
That's incredible.
That's what they do.
So all the bigger they are.
Well, right now, because we're in a flow right now. The last thing that's going to bloom is blooming now, which is the clover. So once the clover's done blooming, I'm going to start harvesting honey. I like to let them go through the whole cycle. Actually, the cycle starts probably in January. We get these little white flowers that are called snowdrops. Snowdrops come down, and even in November and December, well, not so much in January or February, is that the bees will go to these snowdrops and they will collect the nectar to start. Then what happens, the maples come in, maple flowers, bees go after that. Dandelions, everything blooms in the spring that's really sweet and it's light. The honey's lighter than the stuff that we pull in the winter time.
There's a man that has a lot of knowledge. I don't know if I can keep up with all this, Hank.
Well, let me show you just a little something what the bees do. This here is what I use. This is wax foundation. I'll build the frame and I'll put these wax foundations. Now, a neat little thing is, if you're looking at some severe engineering, when the bees make a comb or make a cell here, and you look right in the center of it, now that cell here is supported on 3 sides by the cell on the other side. All the same way. It's probably one of the most strongest structures known to man is the honeycomb. Once I put in like this, I wait for the bees. The bees will come in and they will draw the comb in here. This has all been drawn out. They come in. The young bees, we call them the nurse bees, are the ones that produce wax. From day 1 to day 5, they produce wax, and they take that wax and they build all these combs with it, so that when the nectar gets ready, it comes in. Interesting note, all these little cells have a 5-degree angle. So when they bring nectar in, it's basically has viscosity of water. But when they have a 5-degree angle, it'll sit in there, and the bees will fan it until they drive all the moisture out. And then once they do, it's pure honey, and then they will put a cap over top of that.
That's amazing. It's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. And honey never, ever goes bad. Never.
That's incredible. I had heard that they found some in the Egyptian tombs
That is correct.
that is still edible to this
Still
day.
edible. Yes.
Stock up on the honey.
So yeah, that's the long and short of it. Right now, those hives probably somewhere in the neighborhood of I'm gonna guess 60 to 80,000 bees in each one.
No kidding.
Yes. Now some of them are smaller because I've just started them. I caught 4 swarms this year, which we're gonna look at one down here. But and I also try to plant bee-friendly flowers and any kind of thing that the bees are going to want to, forage on. I have 2 flower beds down there with stuff that I started, and that'll sustain them. They'll be able to keep going with that.
They have to have somewhere to get it,
Yes,
and you have to provide that.
I try to provide the best I can. Now, they will travel approximately a mile from the hive to collect nectar from around the area. If there's none available, they will go in probably a mile and a half to 2 miles out. But the downside of that is that that's extra miles for them, and what happens is they don't last as long. They just wear themselves out. So that's here's a little one right here just looking for something.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. I'm gonna poke over here real quick, not too close.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear this.
Huh?
You might be able to hear them.
Here, I'll give you. I'll put it in there for you.
Here, Hank.
Step back this way. Okay. Now, I'm gonna sit over here. These are my girls. Oh, I'm just gonna sit here for a second. Not gonna bother you. Okay. This is what a beehive sounds like right there. Okay, girls. They are. I'm trying to look here. It looks like they may be still bringing pollen in. Not as much as they do in the spring. There is still pollen out there. There's a flower that I plant that continually produces pollen. Bees would take the pollen out on Monday. On Tuesday, the plant would refill the pollen. It's called borage. It's very, very interesting plant. Very interesting. So they're out this morning, and they are out working.
It's amazing to me that you could get this close to them. I mean, everybody fears, they confuse yellow jackets and hornets to
Yes.
bees,
Yes.
and they're not the same.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. A lot of people have asked me, what did the bees know you? And I come down here every day. I come down, I sit here, I talk to them. I'll sit in here in the afternoon and watch them coming in and out. And very, very rarely will I get stung, very rarely. And now, because I've built up somewhat of an immunity, I can get stung at 1 o'clock, and by 2 o'clock it's completely healed.
Huh.
So it's just an immunity that they have. And a bee sting, actually, people go for arthritis to a certain type of doctor who will give them bee stings to
I've
help
heard of that
help their
before.
arthritis. Yes. Yes.
Well, I have arthritis. I don't.
Sorry.
I don't need any of that today.
The unfortunate part about it is once a bee stings you, she dies.
Oh.
The stingers on a bee have little barbs on them, and at the end of that, there's a very, very tiny little capsule, it looks like. And if you're patient enough and you watch it, you'll see that little pep in the back start to pump, and what it's doing is it's pumping more venom down in through the stinger. That, unlike yellow jackets and hornets and stuff like that, they just have a straight stinger. So their problem is when they sting you, they don't die. And
They
will
could sting you several times.
They can sting you multiple times. I have been stung by bald-faced hornets, which was really bad, and I've been stung by yellow jackets a number of times. And it's a completely different venom that they give rather than what the bees give. There's so many good things about bees that it's just, it's amazing, truly amazing.
We could do a documentary, which Hank has done.
Yeah,
on bees.
yes, my nephew did a documentary. It's called The Hive, Hive, by Ryan Rust, and Ryan came in with a full crew. We did close-ups, we did sound, we did looking inside the hives. It's about a 23-minute documentary. I take it when I go to do classes for kids or for different organization. I'll do them for the library. I've been working with Carlington the last couple of years. I go in and introduce them to bees on 2nd grade, 3rd grade, stuff like that. And the kids really love it. They write all these pretty letters back to me, and it's really cool.
It's rewarding.
Very much, very much.
Is.
Yes.
Let's go peek in that other hive.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Interesting. There's a man full of knowledge right there.
Yeah.
Oh, we could probably spend days.
Now this here was a swarm that I caught probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was in a tree, and what happened is I got underneath it and I shook the bees down into the box, and they stayed. So what has happened now, usually when they swarm, they take the old queen, but then eventually they will produce a new queen. Once they produce a new queen, then that's a going hive. They're gonna work because they got a queen. They got to take care of her. So they have produced a new queen. Now we'll try to take a look inside. No guarantees. You wonder why I have these frames set up, and the reason is that I caught the bees over on that tree. Now, you would think that while you caught the bees there, why don't you just go ahead and take them up into the yard? Once bees get established in a box, they know this location. So what that means, if I move this box more than 3 feet away from the hive, they will come back to this place even though there's no bees here, because they have oriented themselves through the sun and everything else, and that's what they, that's home for them. They will never get lost. Never get lost. Now I'm going to open this slowly, so we'll see what we can pick up, if we can pick anything up. Okay, there's some. Maybe come over this way if you can get a better shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
That's where they come in and out then, that hole on the top.
No.
Oh, and the hole on the side.
In the front.
On the front, yeah.
This is just what they call an inner cover. Now I'll try to lift this up without disturbing them, but there we go. This is what you would expect to see in a beehive.
I got one in the ear here.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
Hank's got to save me.
Okay. Let's go out here. Come on back.
They're getting a little aggressive there.
Yeah, Okay, where are you at here?
I don't know if it came out or not.
You throwing the paint in there?
It might have
Okay. I'm going to let you take a close up here.
been.
She's still in there.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, she's in your beard. That's where she's at.
No, I hear it in my ear.
Oh, yeah?
I'll get you some footage there.
There she goes. I think
No, it's still in there.
She's still in there. I thought it was just no. There it is. behind you. He's behind you. Walk, let's go up this way. You don't want to go too far. Stay there. Come on, get out of here. Get. Okay. She's still in there? Come on.
Hank's shooing him back to the hive. Well, I don't know if I'm going to go back over there, Hank.
Well,
Danger.
I want to show you something. Come here. You get a close up. There's a stinger right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You never squeeze them because I don't know if you could see this or not. There's a little pouch on the back of it.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is just take it and scrape it out. Just like that. And there it is. On the, I don't know if you could see it or yeah, there it is on the side.
I think I got bit inside my ear.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Maybe not. Maybe right out here, huh?
Let's see here. Oh, here it is. I see it.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay, I got it. Here it is.
See, Hank? Hank saved me again.
No.
That's something though. The knowledge that you've accumulated. I mean, it's amazing.
I just find it's
They become aggressive though, like they did with us a little bit there, just to ward you off.
kind of. It depends because each hive has a different personality.
Yeah.
And like some of them I can go into and nothing, they won't bother me at all. Other ones I'll just walk by, but each one has a different personality. But I wish we could get a micro picture because this is a perfect example of what a stinger looks like. I don't know if that.
And they actually hurt.
It's just a pinch. That's all.
Just a little pinch.
Oh, here's another one here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I got him.
Do you wear I've seen these guys that look like, I don't know, mommies all. They have gear. I mean, just so you wouldn't get bit, I guess.
I do. It's you know, it's kind of a temperature, time, atmosphere situation. Like right now, well, we got stung a couple times,
Yeah.
but that's no big thing. I mean, if they really come down at you, I have a friend who's a beekeeper, and he come up one day, and this is really interesting because he came down, and we was working on a hive, and they come after him like it was no question about it. They chased him all up the yard.
No kidding.
What happened is that he came over, he had just taken a shower, and he put some cologne on.
Ah.
Bees have the most sensitive sense of smell that you can ever believe. They will smell it. That's how they find the flowers.
They knew he was there.
And no, they didn't like that smell. They
Yeah.
did not like that smell.
They let him know.
And they let him know.
Oh
Yes.
my.
Let's take a quick walk through this here and show you here what's down. We'll go to the back side.
I'm gonna let Hank put the lid on that. I'm not gonna get too close. Yeah.
This here is one of my flower beds. This is kind of a wild one. This stuff right here is called mountain mint. Now, it's just starting to bloom, and once it gets going, they will be on this like tomorrow. And what I like about it is the bees really like it, and it automatically spreads itself because of all the seeds in it. But I started with one little patch, and now I got 1, 2, probably 3 patches of this. The yellow flowers I don't worry about. Up here we have Okay, these here, I'm trying to think what the guy, now the bees are on theirs. They're collecting this morning.
Yes, already.
Yes. They've probably been on it for, well, before sunrise.
Honey's, I noticed some honey you brought us that was darker.
Yes.
It depends on what type of flower they're actually feeding on or taking the nectar from.
Yes. It's, we got what we call a spring honey, which is very, very light. And it's basically from flowers. But the fall honey comes in, it comes in darker because it's not from flowers, but rather from weeds. It's coming from goldenrod, it's coming from knotweed, it's coming from, the hardier stuff that's going to go through the year. Now, this stuff here, this is a weed that has a nice flower on it. And down this side, this thing will bloom. These are butterfly weed. Butterfly weed. This is what monarch butterflies will come to, and they'll lay eggs on it, and hopefully you will get a butterfly out of it.
Yeah.
So this is pretty nice. It's taken me a couple years to get this stuff going.
Bee food.
Bee food.
It's all bee food.
I think this here is Joe Pye weed.
It grows tall.
Yes, yes. And that one, again, once that thing blooms, man, there'll be no tomorrow. Some of this has already bloomed. I got more of the mint down here. So it's just, and then one thing that's very important, bees need water. They need it to refresh the bees that are doing the foraging, and they also need it to help cool the hive. I have a little pond. The bees will come over, and on some of the things that they can get to, they'll come over and they'll, get the water, take it back to the hive with them. So that's, it's important that they have water. If you're someplace and you don't have a creek or a pond or a swimming pool around.
Relatively close too.
Yes. That's what's kind of nice about it. So
this is a nice area because it is shaded.
Yes. And I'll show you my fish here in just a second. I run most of the stuff down here on solar. I've got like 3 or 4 solar panels set up around the yard. And these guys usually will come out when we put food in for them. Come on.
There they are.
Yep.
That's pretty good size, that one.
Yeah. Well, every spring, I have a small greenhouse, and what I do is I'll go down and I'll buy 1 or 2 little goldfish, and then by the end of the growing or end of the spring season, I bring them out here and dump them in the pond. So some of these are probably 6, 7 years old. Some of them are like 2 years old, and I think there's a couple in there that we just put them in this year.
You've got the whole system going here, Hank.
Trying.
You do.
I'm trying, that's for sure.
It's been interesting.
Well,
I appreciate it, Hank.
I'm glad you came out and show you a little about what...
that's just a little bit. I imagine we could talk for a day.
Probably, yes.
And not even cover it all, but
yeah.
I figured I'd bring you along. Hank's always out there helping me, and I came over here and didn't help him. So we're even.
Sure you did. I'll leave you with the last thought about this, and I pass this on to a lot of people. I pass it along to the kids and stuff like that there. I think what has happened, this is kind of strange. If you don't go along with this, that's okay, I understand. But I think God has given me the responsibility to watch after his creatures, the honeybees.
Yeah.
So that's.
And you've done a good job at it. You've done a good job at it.
Well,
We'll get a word of the day in, Hank. Love, love. One of the most important things.
Yes.
And I can tell you love what you do.
yes.
I mean, really, you'd have to love what you do, and it's not a job.
No.
It's what you love to do, and
It's very, very relaxing at times. Sometimes there's a lot of work involved with it. And what really makes it tough is it's not easy work. And trying to do it now, my sister-in-law is going to come out to help me spin honey here in the next day or so. So
get it ready for that biscuit.
yes, sir.
Hey, Hank. I appreciate it. And getting back to the word of the day, love. I love you, Hank.
Hey, buddy.
Don't ever be afraid to tell people you love them because you might not see them tomorrow. Always take that time.
This guy is very special to me.
Oh, Hank.
No,
You're
he is. I tell you what, as far as directions and doing things, he's the man.
Yeah,
He's
we
the man.
appreciate
I just, it was a blessing for me to run into him.
Well.
So that's.
Hey, you liked Hank's? Give it a thumbs up, and we'll do more of it. We'll be back, and
Yeah.
we'll see what the finished product looks like.
It'll be coming.
I appreciate it, and I thank you.
Okay, come here a minute now. Now I got a question for you.